Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Jay Jordan back again for another video. Today, we're going to go over my predictions after I did the who will make the final roster from the training camp video I did. I'm going to put the playlist in the description down below or up here above my head somewhere. But definitely check those out if you want to see full in-depth of my thoughts as I was picking the players who I thought would make the roster at the beginning of training camp. But as of today, all the rosters have been revealed, and I'm going to go through and compare and contrast where I went wrong, and we'll see how good I did in my predictions for all 13 teams. So as always, if you like these type of content, you want me to continue making more of it, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. The WNBA season starts tomorrow, May 16th, so make sure you're tapped into the channel. Salute. All right, so we're going to start off with the Atlanta Dream. As you can see here, this is their final roster. They went with 11 players: Naz Hillman, Tahina Pow, Jordan Canada, Taylor Terry, Ryan Howard, Nia Coffey, Alicia Gray, Brianna Jones, Shatori Walker-Kimbrough, Maya Caldwell, and Brittany Griner. If you look over here at my predictions, I went 10 for 11. I thought Maria Gakdeng would make it. She's this undrafted center out of University of North Carolina. I thought she would be able to get in as a sort of a backup big, but looking in hindsight, they have a lot of forward/center presence there already. So she was always on the outside looking in. Salute to Tina Pow and Taylor Terry, the two rookies who actually made the roster. I didn't have Taylor making it out of Ohio State, but salute to her. So on that one, I went 10 for 11 and just was one off. Next team, we got the Chicago Sky. This one I went perfect on. Elizabeth Williams, Haley Van Lith, Mariah Jefferson, Angel Reese, Ariel Atkins, Rebecca Allen, Camilla Cardoso, Kia Nurse, Michaela Onyenwere, Maddie Westbell, Courtney Vandersloot, and Rachel Banham. This one was one of the easier ones for me to predict. I know some people had their thoughts about Haley Van Lith and Maddie Westbell, but looking at the other players that were there, I knew that they would probably make it. So as you can see, the two rookies make it. The other rookie, Aisha Coulibaly, is out injured, and Aisha Sivka didn't report. She's still over in Europe. So out of their four rookies, the two that actually came to camp actually made the roster. So salute to them too. Now over to the Connecticut Sun. Their roster: Marina Mabry, J.C. Sheldon, Haley Peters, Olivia Nelson-Adota, Rhea Marshall, Bria Hartley, Lindsay Allen, Robin Parks, Sanaya Rivers, Carriotta Diaby, Anissa Morrow, Tina Charles, and Layla Lacan. As you can see, they have 13, and there's an asterisk by Layla Lacan's name on their roster sheet because she is still currently playing overseas in France, so they have temporarily suspended her contract. So once she comes over, they're going to have to cut somebody. I'm assuming it's probably going to be Haley Peters. But for the prediction wise, they cut Diamond DeShields, who I thought would be on the roster. Yvonne Anderson had a protected contract. They cut her as well. They have enough money to pay her and not have to worry about it. Camilla Barkowska, she's a center. I thought she would make it. And Amy Okonkwo, thought she would make it as well. So I bricked on four of those there out of the 13. So I'm 9 for 13, one of my worst scores of the prediction so far. Moving on to the Dallas Wings. Their roster: Nalissa Smith, Maisha Hines-Allen, Kayla Charles, Paige Beckers, Isaiah James, J.J. Quinterly, Tierra McCowan, Luisa Gesser-Solder, Maddie Seegers, Dejanay Carrington, Erika Ogunbowale, and Ty Harris. So out of their 12, I got 10 out of the 12 right. I thought Madison Scott, the rookie they drafted in the second round out of Ole Miss, would make it. Didn't make it. Aronette Von Lay was on the outside looking in. I thought they wanted to continue with the double bigs that they had with Kalani and Tierra last year. Aronette out of Baylor, third round pick, doesn't make it as well. So, but some other rookies made it. Paige Beckers, of course, Isaiah James and Luisa Gesser-Solder. She was drafted in 2020. She's never played for the Wings. She was drafted by the Wings, has never reported over to play until this year. She's still currently playing over in France. In France too, with Layla Lacan in the French League Finals. So she'll be over reporting soon. I get 10 out of 12 right on this one for the Dallas Wings. Next one, we have the Golden State Valkyries, the inaugural season for this team. A lot of discourse online about their choices. We'll start with Carla Late, who was drafted last year, didn't report. This is her first year coming over. Kayla Thornton, Steph Talbot, Janelle Salon out of France, Temi Benley, Tiffany Hayes, Kate Martin, Veronica Burton, Cecilia Zandalicini, Monique Billings, Kiara Linskins, and Julie Van Loo. So they had 12. I got 10 out of the 12 right. I thought Letitia Amihir would make the roster. There's a lot of discourse about that decision from them. And then Cheyenne Sellers, I thought she would. I had some doubts about her knee and the health. She didn't even make it to the first preseason game before they cut her. So I got that one wrong immediately. I went 10 out of 12 on that. Out of this Golden State roster, I think it's only one of them, two of them, excuse me, that were not a part of the inaugural, not the inaugural, but the expansion draft that were selected. So everybody else besides Salon and Linskins were selected in the expansion draft that Golden State Valkyries participated in. So that's something to keep in mind as they go throughout the season and to sort of think about how they made their decision. Next one, the Indiana Fever, the talk of the town. Indiana, they went with Kelsey Mitchell, Natasha Howard, Aaliyah Boston, Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hull, Bree Turner, Demiris Dantas, Michaela Timpson, Caitlin Clark, DeWanna Bonner, and Sid Colson. Out of my predictions, I got 10 out of the 11 right. I thought Bree Hall out of South Carolina, the rookie, would make it. They decided to go with Bree Turner instead, the veteran. Michaela Timpson, salute to her, out of Florida State, I believe, the one rookie to make it. So I go 10 out of 11 on that prediction. Okay, let's go to the Las Vegas Aces. They went with, currently they have 13. We'll touch on that in a second. Jackie Young, Kirsten Bell, Tiffany Mitchell, Crystal Bradford, Dana Evans, Chelsea Gray, Aaliyah Nye, Megan Gustafson, Asia Wilson, Jewel Lloyd, Cheyenne Parker Tyus, Liz Kitley, and Kia Stokes. Out of the 13, because Cheyenne Parker Tyus is on a temp suspension because she's out due to pregnancy. There's a clause in the CBA which allows for pregnancy and allows you to carry that player until they're able to come back, but they're going to have to drop somebody once she does come back. But I thought Harmony Turner would make this roster. I doubted Aaliyah Nye out of Alabama. I apologize. Aaliyah Nye makes the roster. Deja Kelly was also a topic of conversation. I knew she was on the outside looking in, but she did have a good showing in preseason. The money and the roster just didn't work out for her in that case. So that is the Las Vegas Aces. On to the LA Sparks. LA Sparks go with 12. Odyssey Sims, Sanaya Fagan, Rakia Jackson, Dearica Hamby, Kelsey Plum, Ray Burrell, Sarah Ashley Barker, Julie Alamon, Mercedes Russell, Cam Brink, Azare Stevens, and Emma Cannon. Out of the 12, I got 11 right. I thought Shanice Swain would make the roster. She was drafted in 2023, I believe, out of Australia. This was her first time coming over to actually participate in camp. Gets cut on the last day of cuts, unfortunately. They go with the veteran Emma Cannon, who I didn't think they would go with. But I guess due to Cam Brink still being out for a bit, recovering from that torn ACL, they felt they needed a little bit more security in the front court. But the Sparks go with two rookies making the team. Sanaya Fagan out of South Carolina, Sarah Ashley Barker out of Alabama. All right, so we go to the runner-ups from the 2024 WNBA Finals, the Minnesota Lynx. I go 12 for 12. I put the asterisk there, and I'll tell you why. They go Diamond Miller, Dentisha Heidemann, Bridget Carlton, Anastasia Olari Kosu out of Russia, the rookie, Alana Smith, Courtney Williams, Jessica Shepard, Kayla McBride, Mariam Badian out of France, Nafisa Collier, Alyssa Palit, and Carly Samuelson. As you can see, I have Dorka Juhas in yellow here. It's because I had Dorka Juhas making the team. I did not expect her to randomly decide to sit out of the season due to personal reasons. She's been playing basketball. She was playing over in Italy. They just won the Italian finals. So she's been playing basketball for 2 years straight, she said. So she needed a rest. So, and plus Jessica Shepard, she was added to the training camp roster after I did the initial predictions. So I give myself grace there. I'm going to still say 12 out of 12. I would have chose Jessica Shepard. We move on to the New York Liberty, my squad. They chose Kennedy Burke, Natasha Cloud, Marquisha Davis, Leonie Fevich, Rebecca Gardner, Isabel Harrison, Sabrina Ionescu, Maureen Johannes, Jonquel Jones, Niara Sabally, Jalen Sherrod, and Brianna Stewart. I went with my heart and not my head in this prediction. I really wanted Esmery Martinez out of the Dominican Republic to make the roster. Um, in better judgment, if I would have really thought and used my head, I would have went with Jalen Sherrod, who ends up making the roster again. So I'll take the L there. 11 out of 12. That's my prediction there. Next, we have the Phoenix Mercury. Their roster: Satu Sabally, Lexi Hell, Kalia Copper, Natasha Mack, Alexis Prince, Monique Okowo Makani, Katija Laksa, Sevgi Uzun, Merjanadu Musa, Kalani Brown, Catherine Westbell, Alyssa Thomas, Sammy Whitcomb. I have 13 as well. Merjanadu Musa is still overseas. She's playing in the French finals as well. So they temporarily suspended her contract in order to hold on to her. I got Shyla Heel wrong. Tamara Poindexter, undrafted out of K-State. I got that wrong. Celeste Taylor gets cut on the last day of cuts. So I get those three wrong. I go 9 out of 13. Tied for one of my worst ones yet. Next, we have the Seattle Storm. Their roster, they're going with basically 10 active players, and we'll touch on why. Nneka Ogwumike, Skylar Diggins, Gabby Williams, Zaya Cook, Lexi Brown, Ezzy Magbagor, Dom Malonga, Erica Wheeler, Lee Yuru, Alicia Clark, and Katie Lou Samuelson. I go 10 for 11 on this one. I thought Serena Sundell, they would keep her to sort of train her up to be the point guard of the future or a combo guard for them. They look like they're in sort of a win now mode. So I got that one wrong. I didn't expect Katie Lou Samuelson to tear her ACL in camp. Due to her tearing the ACL in being in training camp, they have to keep her on the roster and pay her full salary. So by default, she was going to make the roster. The money didn't work out to have anyone else. So they're only going with 10 active players to start the season as Katie Lou recovers. So I'll take the L on that. I go 10 out of 11 on that one. And last but not least, the Washington Mystics. They didn't have a graphic at the time I was trying to do this video. I was trying to wait on them. They were taking too long, so I got this straight off the WNBA app. They go Georgia Amore, Shakira Austin, Sonia Citron, Steph Dolson, Aaliyah Edwards, Emily Engsler, Kiki Urifen, Sika Kone, Jade Melbourne, Lucy Olson, Shug Sutton, and Brittany Sykes. I go 12 for 12, perfect on this one. This one was pretty straightforward to me. Only issue is Georgia Amore tears her ACL in camp, so she'll be out for the season. I predicted her to make the roster. She makes it by default due to tearing the ACL in camp. All right, so that's all 13 teams. Almost said 12. All 13 teams. Let's touch on some fun facts about this 2025 training camp and the final rosters. So 20 of the 33 2025 draft class members that attended training camp make the opening day roster. That's 61%. Last year, out of the 32 that attended training camp out of the 2024 draft, only 13 made it. That's 41%. So a 20% increase from last year to this year. So I know a lot of discourse was about rookies getting cut and rookies not having a spot. 20 of the 33 that attended made the roster. So that's something to think about. The Mystics, they have the most 2025 rookies with 4, followed by the Wings and Sun with 3. The most international players in the league this year Australia and France tied for 7. You got Germany with 4. Belgium and Canada tied with 3 apiece. And the last fact, the top 3 college representatives, you got 15 players representing UConn, 12 representing Notre Dame, and 9 representing the University of South Carolina. All right, so that was my predictions. I compared and contrasted between what was actually done and how I did. I did pretty well for the most part. I got a couple perfects, a couple that were one off, and then 2 or so that I was just off in general by a couple players. So I hope you enjoyed this type of content. Make sure you leave a comment down below. How do you think you guys did? Do you guys do any predictions? And how were your predictions in the end? Season starts tomorrow, May 16th. 3-game slate. Looking forward to it. I'll be covering the W all year, all season on this channel. So make sure you're subscribed. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Salute.